Migration of species during the fall season. Hello, my name is Jordyn Johnson, and today I will be introducing our poster that my research group and I have been completing during the course of the semester. Starting with our introduction, tracking many species from bald eagle mountain during the time of our migration, our collective research group decided to analyze the environmental indicators, cue migration, and how these factors may differ by region. To come up with our research question, it has always been an interesting headline to look upon because of the diminishing population of each species. After looking at our scholarly journals and adding everything up, we compared to our research and looked into the climate to decide how we are going to present each data. Before starting this examination, we noticed our study site that there was a decrease within the species being in that specific area. Looking into our research question and hypothesis, which is climate change and pollution, we figured that it will influence migration rates throughout the fall season. The data we have presented here relates to both our null and our alternate hypothesis because it shows the elevation of bird migration in the species of each bird throughout the season, which also created an influx throughout the week, as you see in the pictures presented on the right-hand corner. Seeing the observations constantly change from one day to 1 week to 1 month, we see a decrease in the species population as it gets deeper into the fall season. There's a clear decrease if we look at one of these graphs. We look deeper into our observations and more information, but there's no telling that the data was going to change at that time. Our data relates to biology for a number of reasons within itself. Our data enables researchers and scientists to spot many trends and patterns as we did. We also figured in this lab where the patterns were learned by and went by the data that can help us with exploration and key in our hypothesis as well, which related back to our biology in my opinion. Now, to move on to discuss more of our data, Taylor Hodge will be presenting our results in our discussion. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Taylor Hodge. I am a second-year kinesiology pre-med major leadership studies minor from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and I will be discussing the results in the discussion portion of our project. Again, our research question is, what environmental indicators cue migration and how those factors may differ by region? So with the results, at the end of our project, we found out that certain environmental factors did in fact cue migration rates. Warm weather had a negative effect on hawk migration and caused it to decrease. During the months of fall, due to the environmental factors, the species of birds will decrease as we get further into the month. Some species of birds will remain at a constant rate depending on how the fall season continues to get, but usually the species of bird migration will continue to overlap each week in September. Based on the results, our hypothesis was completely correct. Climate change and pollution will influence migration rates throughout the fall. Again, with that being said, bird migration did in fact increase during each month as temperatures decreased. The seasonal patterns of birds of prey vary within each month, but the month of September has more of a population than any other month. So having the use of data is very important because it will form our entire analysis on this report alone. Without the data usage of the lab report, we would not have been able to put together the different statistics of each graph, the pie chart, and our Excel sheets. The data collected throughout each lab report was collected appropriately to really bring us to this conclusion. Although, there were a few mishaps regarding the hawk migration data, but it is usual for these things to occur when dealing with this many numbers. Recollecting each lab analysis, our research and hypothesis supported all of our evidence, like I stated before. The takeaway message, again, is that in conclusion that during the months of fall, due to environmental factors, the species of birds will decrease as we get further into the month, leaving September to be an overlapping week. Thank you, and this was the conclusion of our research. We enjoyed researching this project as it was very interesting, and I hope you enjoyed our presentation. Again, my name is Taylor Hodge.